Hello, my name is Dahlia Black. I am the creator of the stand-up comedy template in Notion. If you have never heard of Notion, it's one of my favorite tools ever. It is a gorgeous organizational tool that I like to say takes the entirety of Google Drive and puts it into one system. It was developed by programmers to help people build websites who didn't really know how to code. So it is pretty user-friendly. I will say it is quite overwhelming if you are like brand new at it. So you might want to check out some YouTube tutorials, but I'm going to go ahead and guide you as best I can so that way you can go ahead and get started with this template. And also, thank you so much for downloading it. It really means a lot to me. This is something that I personally use all the time, and I truly believe I have like grown so much because I have all of my jokes, all of my sets, everything just fully organized. So I'm really excited to share this with you. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go up to these three dots right up here, and we're going to go ahead and hit the duplicate button. So when you hit the duplicate button, then this will go ahead and give you a duplicate for the template so that way you can go ahead and edit it. So instead of calling this stand-up comedy template, maybe I'm going to call this Dalya Black's stand-up comedy template. Nice and easy. You can change the icon here. You can change it to an emoji if you would prefer. You can also add a cover image, whatever you prefer. This is all customizable. We want to make sure that it's something that really like is fun for you, right? Because they're going to come back if it's fun for you. So now we have the first section, which is the stand-up scripts. So it depends on what kind of writer you prefer to be. If you're somebody who likes to have your stand-up script just be like bullet points, that's totally fine. This will totally still work. I personally really love to have it all written out. Even if I'm not necessarily performing it the way that it's written out, I really like to have the full script ready to go. I'm primarily a writer, so I think that that's probably just how my brain works. But the other piece of this is that I just like want to make sure that I always have the joke. I never want to forget it. So you can see we've got a bunch of different sections. So you can see we have the type of performance that you're doing. So we have a show or an open mic. I also added other just in case it's like you're performing at your nephew's bar mitzvah or you're performing at like a country club or a charity event. You have like other there for you ready to go. You have the date of when you performed, and then you also have the status. So just kind of see if you did like really well, did you do okay, or did you bomb? Because everything is just good information, right? And then you can always have this summary. So if you did bomb, like what exactly happened? Was the audience not really working for you? Was the like equipment not super working? Or if you did super well, like what joke really like just killed it? And then one of my favorite features, again, of Notion is we have this upload. So if you are somebody who records your sets, particularly at open mics, which if you are not, I highly recommend getting into the habit of it. It will, again, just really like skyrocket your progress. But you can upload that file to this script. So you have it ready to go. So if you have if you did get your tape from the producer, you can also just like add in the link for the YouTube if that's better, or you can upload the audio file itself. So then we go into like the beauty of Notion. So Notion, the creme de la creme is that with Notion, you can have a page inside of a page. And what I mean by that is we have this example script, which is my first show. So if I open it over in a side peek, we can see that I have the script just ready to go. So I have all of my tags here ready to go. And then I can put my actual script itself in this body here. So here are where the jokes go. And if you don't want to have it on the side, if you are somebody that like thinks that this is like just a little bit too distracting, you can go ahead and hit this open full page so that way you can just focus on the script itself. I like having more visual information, which actually brings me to my next point, which is you have this gorgeous jokes view. So I'm going to close this for right now. and we're going to talk about the jokes. So up here, we have the actual scripts itself. Again, if you do bullet points or if you write it down, you have the scripts ready to go. But then we have an actual different table for the jokes themselves. And so just the single jokes that you build on top of each other. So I've got 3 examples here. A man walks into a bar, a chicken crosses the road. Do you ever dream about cell phones? So for the tags, we have the status. So a man walks into a bar, Gold's joke. That means that it's like good, ready to go, always a crowd pleaser, everybody loves it, etc. The chicken crosses the road. We've got silver joke. You know, maybe it needs a little bit of work. Maybe you can like squish it in on a show in between 2 gold jokes, etc. And then do you ever dream about cell phones? That one needs a little bit of work, right? So maybe we're only doing that one at open mics until we figure it out. So then we can also add a tag to each of the jokes. So I just added a couple different ones. I've got dating, observations, one-liners, comebacks, or story time. Maybe you are someone who talks about your family a lot. So you can always just add your own tag and call it family. So the best part is we have it in this table view at the moment, which is just this list view. But we can also switch over to the board view. And when we switch over to the board view, it will organize it by those tags. So if you are looking at just like all of your one-liners, for example, then you have all of your jokes just ready to go into in one section. Where this comes in handy is if you go back up to your script and you bring it up in the side panel, then you can go ahead and you can look at your jokes in the board view or in the table view, and you can start building your script while you are looking at your jokes themselves. This truly, I think, is like one of the greatest advantages of Notion. It is something that I find extremely useful. And just makes writing scripts extremely easy. I find that like I have grown so much from going from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 20 minutes just so quickly because I have all of my jokes written down, ready to go, and I can build upon them. And if you ever want to add a new section, you can always do that with the plus sign over here. And you can add in any of these fields. For example, maybe you want to add how many minutes each joke is. So you can always add in a text box and just write minutes. That's not how you spell that. That's how you spell it? Minutes. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm on camera and I'm flustered, so we're good. So if a man walks into a bar, let's say that is 3 minutes of a joke. Chicken crosses the road is 1, and then do you ever dream about cell phones is 4. Just kidding. There we go. So if I do have a 5-minute set, then I know that do you dream of cell phones and chicken cross the road equals 5. So that way I can build upon that. But maybe if I have a 10-minute set, then I can do all 3. I'm going to go ahead and just delete this property for now because I don't want this to be a part of the template. But if you have any questions, my email is down at the bottom. I am always happy to help create custom Notion templates for you. All right, so I also have this daily funny section, and this is a place where you can go ahead and add in any thoughts that come to your brain. It's my personal goal to write something funny every single day, and that can be an actual like full-fledged joke, or just like some kind of funny thought or something silly that happened to me that day, something that was like really irritating that I think I could turn into an act, anything along those lines. And so what you can do is hit the @ symbol and then start typing today, and it will go ahead and auto tag that for today, just so that we have a log of it. And then you have today's something fun. Easy peasy. Again, this is something that is just like a nice like brain dump section. And then if it turns out that your daily funny is worthwhile to put in your jokes, you can go ahead and just copy this. You can also copy the actual block itself, but we're just going to go ahead and just copy the joke, and we can go over to the jokes, add new, boom. maybe keep it as concept for right now. And maybe we'll keep this as an observation. So that way you just have it, it's ready to go. I also have a section over here for resources. So anytime you come across anything, you can just add it over into this section. I added Bad Slava, just in case you don't know about it. It's just an amazing compiling of all of the open mics all over the world. We have a bunch of different podcasts. So I did this as a separate page itself. So I added Conan Needs a Friend and Oh Captain, My Captain, which are two of my personal favorites. And lastly, I've just got quick links. So again, this is very similar to resources. If it's just something that you just like need to have very quick, I added a what to send to bookers page for you. This is my gift to you. This is just what I send to bookers. I usually will have, a very simple email with my YouTube link asking if they have any spots for me. And then I also have this table down here for the list of YouTube videos. So, you might have a couple different kinds of acts that you want to give to bookers, right? Like maybe you have a very clean act that you want to send over to a family-friendly venue, or maybe you have a pretty filthy act that you want to send over to a different venue. All of those are completely fine and valid, and you want to make sure that you are keeping track of all of them. So you can have your YouTube link here. You have the different tags. I have hosting, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, and then crowd work. So you can also just like send that. If it turns out that you just want to send a 5-minute video, you can have that tagged. If you want to send a 10-minute video, maybe to a festival, that's good as well. And then you can just add in the description. So like I said before, if it turns out that it's like a bit on like the blue side, maybe write that it's blue, or if it's very clean, then make sure you tag it as being very clean. So that way you know what YouTube video is what at a glance. You don't have to watch it all over again. So this is pretty much it. I hope that this was helpful in explaining how to use this template. It's truly, I really do mean it when I say that this is something that I use every single day. I love Notion. I love being able to share this stuff with you. I am absolutely here if you have any questions whatsoever. And thank you again so much. I really genuinely appreciate the support, and I hope that all of your comedy dreams come true. Thank you.